Today I am participating in the DIY Makeover Challenge hosted by Jessica from Fields Full House. I will have her channel as well as the playlist linked in the description box below. The idea behind this challenge was you were to find something either that was in your home already that you wanted to spruce up, or something that you picked up at a garage sale or wherever that you could make over into something useful. So what I have are these two items. This was in one of my recent garage sale antique store or thrift store hauls. I can't remember which one. And I got this at Shannon's Attic, which is a local thrift store / antique store. And I got this for $2. It's very sturdy, solid wood in really good condition, but I don't like the top because my name is not Lee. And so I knew I wanted to do something different with this, but I wasn't exactly sure what. And then I went back to Shannon's Attic with an idea in mind, hoping to find the second half to my project, and I did. It's one of these old pop crates. She had numerous ones. She had several that were Coke. She had one that was RC, and then she had this one that was Pepsi. And the reason I chose the Pepsi one is because, not that I specifically love Pepsi more than Coke, but I love the color of this. The yellow just really goes well in my home. And this one was one of the better ones in better condition. They were all kind of beat up, but you know, I don't even know how old these are, so it stands to reason that they would be beat up. This is pretty dirty, but the patina is really nice. The words are really nice. It says Pepsi on all sides. Like this is pretty filthy, but I think I can get this cleaned up. This one's a little bit more faded and a little more dirty. And same with this side. This one's got a big old dent in it. But you know, this just adds to the character. The metal's rusty, but I think I can spruce that up. So the first step in my project is to remake this crate, not remake it, clean it and get it as nice as I can get it. I'm not going to have to do any repairs on it. There's nothing that's broken, but it is very dirty. So let's get started cleaning this up. And I don't think I mentioned, but I paid $15 for this crate. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some soap, just some gentle dish soap. This dish soap is almost all gone, so I'm going to just add just a tiny bit of water to it to shake it up so I can use it better. And then I'm going to use soft things. I'm not going to use abrasive things because I don't want to scratch off the paint. I just want to get the dirt off. So I'm going to use this cloth first. I'm going to start with this, and it has a slightly abrasive side on one side. Then I've got this sponge that has like a magic eraser type finish, and this is pretty rough, I don't know. And then just a plain sponge on this side. And then I've got steel wool, which I'm going to use for the metal edging. And I don't want to get this super wet. I'm going to get some soap on my rag here and get it all sudsed up and get started cleaning this crate. Well, I'd have to say it cleaned up pretty good. I mean, I knew not all of this black stuff was going to come off, but that's kind of adds to the character of it, I think. I think the metal shined up pretty well. I started off using the SOS pads that has the soap in it, but I noticed that the blue soap was getting caught in the crevices, so I just switched to that copper scrubber and a little bit of dish soap, and it worked just as well. I was able to get a lot of the black off of here so you can actually read what's on the top. Pepsi-Cola General Bottlers Incorporated. And you know, this black goo that's right here on the edges and on the handles are from working men that worked hard and delivered pop, and their hands would get dirty and grimy, and so this dirt, this dark stuff, I don't really want to get rid of all of it because it just represents a time in our country where men worked so hard. Not saying men don't work hard now, but I mean, there's like sweat in this and it just adds to the charm of this piece, I think. I just wiped the inside out. I'm going to be doing like a false bottom in this, so all of this will be covered up but not permanently covered up, because I like the rings from where the pop was. So what I want to do next is I want to put a clear coat of sealant on this just to protect the patina and make it so it's more wipeable, but it is slightly damp. Even though I didn't submerge it, it is slightly damp, and so I'm going to give it a couple of hours to completely dry, and then I'll bring you back when I'm ready to apply the varnish. Alright, so now I'm going to put one coat of the Rust-Oleum polyurethane on all four sides, not the bottom, not the inside, and I'm not going to put it on the metal corners. While the polyurethane is drying, I'm going to go ahead and work on this. This is going to be an insert that goes down inside of the crate to make this kind of like a tabletop. And I wanted to do this as frugally as possible, so we just went ahead and used material that we already had on hand. So my husband found this piece of OSB and he cut it to the right size, and then he took some pieces of 2x4 and made these little feet for the corner, and then he took his little belt sander and rounded the edges or smoothed the edges down for me. Those were all things I could have done, but I told him he could do it a whole lot faster and I'd end up messing things up, so that's why he did that for me. So what I'm going to do now is to make this look nicer and not like OSB. I'm going to paint it with this burnt umber matte acrylic paint, and as soon as it's dry I'm going to give that 2 coats of the polyurethane so that it's kind of shiny. My husband is drilling holes through the crate and through the stool, and then screwing the crate to the stool. And as a side note, I did end up putting 2 coats
of polyurethane on the crate and 3 coats of polyurethane on the insert that's going to go on the inside.
It's the next day. I ended up putting 3 coats of polyurethane on this, and now I wanted it to dry completely overnight. And so now let's just get the rest of this project put together, and you can see my final creation. So here is my finished DIY makeover project. I just made a little chair side low table as a decorative piece in my living room. And what I put on top of here were just some lace doilies that I had. This box, inside this box is a Bible, and it's a commemorative Bible from when my mother-in-law passed away. When my mother-in-law passed away, Scott was working at a shop that was a union shop, and the union that he belonged to gave him this commemorative Bible. This ceramic chicken I got at a local thrift store, and I just filled it with succulents from Dollar Tree. This is an antique set of checkers, which here are the checkers, and this is obviously the box. We picked these up at Shannon's Attic. Olivia needed not quite 2 sets of checkers for a game that she made, and so she gave me one of the boxes that the antique checkers came in, and then the rest of the checkers that she didn't need. And then this little box back here was, it's just a little wooden box that a tool, a gauge for like a micrometer, I think. It's a little gauge that checks itty bitty tiny increments of measure. Scott picked it up at a yard sale, and he is trying to resell it, and he said I could have the box because I really liked it. I thought it had a lot of character. And then this little wooden bowl that the checkers are in. I picked that up for 25 cents, I think, at a garage sale not that long ago. I want to thank Jessica at Fields Full House for putting this challenge together. I had a really good time trying to think of something to do. Like I had mentioned before, I had bought that stool a while ago and it was just sitting around the house and I wasn't sure what to do with it. And then all of a sudden I got this inspiration. And I think it really adds a lot to my house, my living room, and my shabby chic decor. Thanks so much for watching, friends. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And like I said before, I will have Jessica's channel and the playlist linked in the description box below. And don't forget to go check her channel out and check out all the other videos in this DIY makeover challenge. We'll talk to you later, friends. Bye-bye.